Thank you, Heidi, for your service. And for all of the veterans, thank you all for your service. Appreciate you being here. For those of you who are part of the VFW, thank you for your service tonight, because this is also part of defending democracy. My name is Rusty Cates, and I'm your candidate for the 24th House District. And I wanted to talk a little bit about my background. I'm a son of an Oklahoma dirt farmer, who actually, it's the story of the Joes. He left Oklahoma to take his family out when his father died, and they lost their family farm out to the Depression, California. And was drafted, fought in World War II, raised a family, and I'm the product of that. He finally got his high school degree in night school. On the other hand, he did give me a chance to go to Yale through scholarships and effort, and I'm grateful for that. I learned my history at Yale. I learned my economics from sitting across from Paul Krugman, Nobel Prize winner. But I really want to talk about Texas right now. I was reading the Texas Constitution. It says, the general diffusion of knowledge being essential to the preservation of liberties and the rights of the people, it shall be the duty of the legislature to establish and make suitable provisions for the support and maintenance of efficient public school system. We need to do that. We need to support our schools. My name is Rusty Cates. You can check out my positions on my website, rustycates.com. Rusty Cates. And what do we do with TWIAs, peace, free, and insolvent? That is a particularly interesting problem because most of us in this room know somebody who was hurt in Hurricane Ike, who had trouble getting payment from TWIA. And yet what our legislature did this last time was reward them by excusing them from having to honor their contracts in the future and allow them to raise their rates. It's a bad answer. It's a bad answer. We need to get back to the ability to enforce our contracts throughout. Not only were individuals hurt, businesses were hurt, but throughout our whole insurance situation, we've got a problem. Our insurance situation is largely an illusion of competition. Those of us who are conservative, who believe in free market solutions, must believe in competition, free, fair, and open markets. And yet what happens in our insurance industry? You go from agent to agent and ask them, can you sell me insurance? No, I can't. My company doesn't handle this area. You have to go to the other company that does handle that area. They have the illusion of competition. And we have some of the highest insurance rates in the nation in Texas, because we don't follow conservative, free market, fair competitive practices. What is the rainy day fund? Well, we certainly need it for education. As I read earlier, the one major duty that the legislature has is to see that we have an efficient, free system of public education. And yet, what are we doing? We took, some say $4, some say $5.2 billion out of it. We took millions of dollars. In this area, CCISD and Friendswood are rated by the conservative Republican comptroller as some of the most efficient in the state. 5 stars. What happens when you take money out of an efficient system? You don't make it more efficient. You make it less effective. Nobody moved into this area. Nobody came here in this area to have their children's education taken away from them by a legislature that won't pay for it. That is the #1 duty. It's in our Constitution. It was there in 1876. The rainy day fund is part of the solution, and it should have been done. And what can we do about water? Well, according to the Water Resources Board, we have a problem. We're going to almost double our population over the next 40 years. And yet, our water supply is going to go down by about 10%. We're going to need at least 22% more to meet the needs. Here's the particular problem for this area. We're at the end of the pipe. We need, if everybody upstream takes the water first, and we do not have a legislator that fights for this area and defends this area's access to it, our bays dry up, our tourism business dries up, our waterfront business dries up, and we have problems. So we need to fight for being not at the end of the stream. Thank you. I'm Rusty Cates. You can see more about each of these issues on my website, rustycates.com.